What up, everybody? It's Rob from Bullies. I wanted to talk about, let me lift this up a little. All right. I wanted to talk about, now this is my experience. This is what I do. Like I said, I don't do everything like everybody else. That's just, I am who I am. I do what I do. I run my program how I run my program. I wanted to talk about whelping puppies when they are breastfeeding off the mom. From my experience of what I had witnessed, went through, I've had litters that have went smooth. I've had litters that I had to do a lot of hands-on, incubator, oxygen, antibiotics, from aspirating, getting milk in the lungs. And I want to talk about, like I said, with in time, experience comes. You learn different tricks. You know what to look for. You know what to do in a scenario and in a situation when you come across that. I want to talk about when they're breastfeeding off the mom. One thing that I've noticed is when a puppy is feeding, try to keep them upright. If you catch a puppy where it's upside down on its back, and a lot of times when the mom doesn't always lay down and jumps in and feeds, when the puppies go, they'll flip upside down to feed. Or even when she is laying down, if one gets too comfy, will start to slide. Laying on its sides, not as bad as upside down. At all, if you can, make them feed upright. This is kind of why, as you can see where Mirror is, she's standing, they're starting to feed. This is why I brought this up. They're starting to claw up her belly too and her nips. Been having to keep it cleaned constantly, rub her down. So, but I thought it was a perfect topic when I started seeing it, and I had to start flipping puppies back over because they're rolling on their back. I noticed if they roll on their back, that is more of a chance of them aspirating. When a puppy does aspirate, the beginning stage is seeing milk come out of its nose. When you see a puppy with milk coming out of its nose and you can hear it's kind of congested, sort of like me right now being sick in my lungs. I got all that gunk and now I need to try to get it up out. When you see a puppy, you can hear it. You can hear kind of the gurgling sound. That means that it did get in its nose and down its windpipe, and the only way is out or down. And down is not good. Down is going into the lungs. You want to get it out. Some people already know about the booger sucker. That only does so much. Some people already know about the thrusting, which I'll show how to go about, how I do it on the thrusting. But the main key is to get it out. I know there is a breeder that actually has a pump machine with a tube and stick it on the nose like an aspirator and let the machine do it. To me, this is what I do. And I don't know if anybody else does this, but this is where people look at me and they're like, yeah, Burgle Bullies, Rob over there, he's on some different level type shit. Like I do what I have to do to try to keep every puppy alive, healthy, safe, and they're my babies. The boy. I'll demonstrate with the boy. The boy has given me a run for my money. There's been 3 boys, but one boy's been giving me a run. There was a female only a couple times. That boy, he's getting better now, and now that he's getting older. But there's been a few close calls of what I had to take action. So since he's used to it, I'm going to grab that boy. But as of now, he's not in jeopardy of having milk come out of his nose. I'm just going to go to show. Let's try to find the little boy. That's a little girl. I'll just give you a sneak peek. Beautiful. Beautiful little girl. But let's try to find the boy here. Where you at? Here he is. This little dude has given me a run. Yeah. On a couple situations. So when you see milk coming out of the puppy's nose, first thing, you want to wipe. Second thing, you want to hold firmly, and you want to brace like this with the puppy. As you can see, I'm not hurting him. He's chilling. He's even, yeah, sticking his tongue out. And what you want to do is you want to thrust. You want to come down like this and hold them firmly and get them completely upside down on a straight down, and then come up slow. Straight down, come up slow. Keep doing it until you see a result coming of the milk coming back out of the nose. Second thing you want to do is you want to take them, hold them upside down, basically like this, and you want to pat, and you want to pat, and you want to pat, okay? And you want to do it kind of firmly, kind of like thumping. I'm not going to do it now because he doesn't need it. I don't just start, flipping puppies over and start, patting on their back. But you want to do it to where you're giving a good blow. Not where you're hurting them, but enough to, you know that you're trying to get it up out. Third thing, this is the most accurate thing. If I'm not seeing all of it come out, and you can put them to your ear and you'll hear them. You'll hear it through his nose, not his mouth. His mouth will still kind of make a noise. You have to wait until they're breathing out of their nose. Stick it in your ear. Listen. You can find out if that airway and nasal passage is clear by a straight no gurgle sound. If you hear a gurgle sound and you know it's still in there, what you want to do is you want to hold where his lungs would be. It's right in here. Right between the rib, by the rib cage, and right before his tummy. And you want to put your mouth not over the mouth, but over the nose. You want to basically put your mouth over the nose, not over the mouth, and you want to suck inwards, and not super hard. You suck until you feel right here. You'll feel it compress in. You don't want to go too hard, because you have a risk of collapsing their lungs if you suck super hard. So you got to stay calm. You can't panic. And you basically go, breathe out, and spit. And you'll see it. You'll start seeing it come out. Now, I didn't breathe because there's no purpose. There's no milk. He's clear. Like I said, he's gotten better the bigger he's gotten. So I can hear him. He's clear. He's good. But yeah, I love this little dude. I love them all. They all turned out amazing. I can't wait to keep watching them grow and what they turn into. Whole different scenario of a build from all my other litters, even though the bloodline's in there. This is what I'm talking about: building, making, creating with the micro, pocket, and standard in my bloodline that I run, and in my pedigree. You throw a little bit of the low pro pocket and micro into it, it completely flips. It gives a whole different look, features. But yeah, that's what I do. Some might think I'm crazy. Some might be like, yeah, that's just insane. And some might be uncomfortable with it. But I've learned that I can get it out that way. And even Wendy's yelled at me when she seen me do it. She's like, what are you doing? She was so concerned and worried I was sucking too hard and I can collapse the puppy's lungs. But you got to feel. You got to feel. You don't want to do it to where you're basically, you feel collapse too much. You just a little bit, do it again, a little bit, do it again, and then they'll reset. They'll breathe back in, and you know you're okay. You're not doing it too rough. Too much, I should say. Not too rough, but too much. But that is how I keep my puppies alive, from aspirating, and not fading and dying on me. If You got to get it out of there. If you don't, they can end up getting basically pneumonia, very sick. Then you got to get an antibiotic. Then you got to get an oxygen concentrator machine. Um, and they're going to be in that incubator for a long time. And you're going to have to start bottle feeding because once it happens, it can happen again because now they're struggling to breathe. So when you put them on the teat of the mom and they start breastfeeding off the mom, it can all reoccur, and then you can get more in there, and then you're not on a good path. You're heading down a bad road. So you have to be on point. You have to react. You have to do what you have to do. I'm only saying this because this is what I do. I'm not saying it's the right way. Some people might be like, yeah, Rob's on some other level type shit. But it's what I do. Like I said, I put it on. I put my hand there. I can feel when it comes in, once I'm breathing, and I'm getting it out, and then I spit. And then, yeah, I'll do it again, and I'll spit, because sometimes I do get the milk and the fluid to come up. But I've been catching it from it not getting severe, not turning into pneumonia, keeping his airway clear, keeping it out of its lungs. It can be a scary time, especially if it's all new to you. And one litter, you had no issues, and then the next litter, all of a sudden, you're like, it never happened before. Shit, what do I do? Booger sucking, like I said, it only does so much. It doesn't get it up out as much. That's my way of saving a pup from getting milk down in its lungs and aspirating and turning into pneumonia and keeping it alive. Yeah, that's what I do. So it was just a video I wanted to make. I was contemplating, should I make it? Should I not? And then I was like, you know what? My channel's all about being real. My channel is about, what I do. It's my tip and trick of it can help and save one of your puppies. You know what I mean? It's something I learned along the way. It's something that I ended up having to take action. Mainly it was me seeing that machine. I was like, I can do that myself. I don't need a machine, let alone I'd feel better doing it myself, feeling the puppy's lungs to make sure I'm not doing it too much, because I was afraid the machine would do it too much. That was something, last litter, Faith, we had to invest in I had to get antibiotics. We had to take a lot of time and work. I had to get antibiotics for her because she did aspirate, and I was hands-on for a long time with her in the incubator and bottle feeding and keeping her from doing it again and bouncing back until, she was all right. And she ended up pulling through and everything was cool. This time round, I wasn't going to even risk letting it happen. My litters before that never had any problems, never had any issues. So not every litter is going to be the same. You're going to have things that happen. You're going to have, things that pop up and out of your basically control. Especially if you fall asleep and they start feeding and you don't realize they're feeding. If they do it on their own, it can happen. Avoid letting them feed upside down. That I've noticed that is what gives a higher chance and risk of it happening. When they start feeding upside down, you want to keep them belly up. Keep their back up and belly on the ground while they feed. If they roll on the side, it's not so much to worry about. Just keep an eye on them. They're getting bigger. They're getting better. It's not happening as much. I haven't had to do that here for about a day, 2 days. I haven't had to do anything. They've been, doing really, really well. So I'm thinking they're finally getting older and they can control the milk intake more, and they're not flipping upside down as much. Besides, when she goes and stands in there, instead of laying down, I have to lay her down, but she'll jump in there on me and they'll start feeding upside down. But they're getting older, so they're getting better at how much to swallow. And a lot of times it just starts flowing, I think, and they're not big enough to stop the intake, and they're trying to breathe at the same time. Or if one's feeding, one startles the other, and when they gasp, of being scared and they're drinking and they gasp, it goes down the wrong tube, is what people call it. We start choking when it goes down the wrong tube, and it went in our windpipe going towards our lungs. We cough and get it out. Sometimes, pups are so small, they're not strong enough to get it up out. So we have to do what we have to do, and that's what I do. That's, yeah, how Burgle Bullies does it. It's a new rodeo, and it's worked. I've had success. I've had no scares, no worries, because I reacted right away. I did what I had to do on Burgle Bully style. Peace out. God bless. Take care of those bulls. Keep them on a short leash, y'all. Catch you on the flip side, everybody. They're starting to move around. Eyes are starting to open. Little kitties. The rest are sleeping. You okay, babies? Starting to get more mobile. Got Raga out in the snow. What's up, bud? Mirror's out too, chilling. The boys. The girls. Son Blake home from school due to the snow day. Yeah, Mira. I can't tell from her nips if quite yet, but in like 5-6 more days I gotta do an ultrasound and see if Raga over there and her ended up doing the breeding by my back. That would be the first in-house breeding without a AI being done. So, if anything happened, like I said, I got a few close calls, but nothing major. I don't know if he was able to finally figure it out or not, but that could be the way she's looking just from her past litter. Mirrors. Hi, babies. Mirrors. Mira. Hey, babies. I don't know where Raga went. Raga, where you at? Don't go behind there. Don't go behind the doghouse. Raga. Hey, babies. There's Raga. He's up there. Hey, Raga. No jump.
It's alright, I got him.
Good boys. Good boys. Got everyone stirred up inside. I can hear them barking. All right, babies. Clean. Nah, babies. Nah, babies. So yeah, finishing out the night, doing the last cleaning. Got done doing last feeding. Yeah, got all these guys. Of course, those girls. He is available. So yeah. He's available with a breeding back to my one of my future females. If you're interested in that, contact me, 812-581-6569. It's right there. Also, before I change my mind on him, and I end up trying to figure out how to keep them, right now I think it's the best decision. That's one of the sisters from the first litter. That's another one of the sisters. All my foundation females came off the mirror and Grimlock litter. So you know the potential of what this little guy is. He's gonna turn out good. So yeah, all these guys, brothers and sisters, every single one, 2 different litters. Yeah. So if you snooze, you lose. You hesitate. I mean, he's going to be something special, I can already tell. So, last Grimlock son with a Grimlock Amira breeding. There will be other breeding at some point with Grimlock in the far future. Grimlock is open to the public for stud. I got 5 slots open, available, going for $750. So if you're wanting to take advantage of using Grimlock, reach out, contact me. You know, I'm even thinking if you contact me sooner with the 5 slots, I might actually do like I don't know, maybe a $550 Christmas for, you know, 1 or 2 days special. I might do a Christmas special for $550, paid in full, to lock in Grimlock and use them. Yeah, he produced some good shit. He's a monster. So if that's something you're interested in, like I said, contact me. We can talk, and then I can start announcing who's locked in and mark it down. But like I said, if you don't take advantage of it, you're gonna be losing out on opportunities like that boy, you know, and with Grimlock being a stud. So yeah, I don't want to sell the boy. I'm just telling you, I want to keep him. That's how promising and on his potential of what he's going to become. So take advantage of it. Why? I'm thinking I'm doing the right move right now, even though it's going to kill me. It's going to kill me to do it. Because if I end up figuring out a way to keep him, I'm going to keep him. I just feel that, you know, I know the longer I keep them, the more I'm going to want to keep them in the yard. That's kind of where it's at. The longer I have him, I know the better he's going to keep progressing, the better he's going to keep looking, and it's going to be, yeah, he's not for sale anymore. So take advantage of the opportunity while you got it. All right, peace out. Catch you on the flip side, everybody.